Hey guys, so I've been watching wrap-up videos for months right now from the booktubers of my worship, and now I've decided to do one for myself. So a wrap-up video is where I'll be talking about books that I've read in a particular month. So today I'm going to do a wrap-up video for the October month of 2021. I'll be talking about books that I've read in October. I'll be giving short and crisp reviews for those books. I'll be telling you guys what those books are all about and what I felt while reading those books. So this month, October of 2021, has been really amazing and great and awesome, of course, because I read a little more than what I usually read. So I read 2 non-fictions, 5 fictions, and one autobiography. That makes a total of 8. I usually read maximum 5 books a month, but this was much more great, 8 books a month. So let's get straight into the video. I'll be talking about those 8 books. So the first book that I completed reading is The Zahir by Paulo Coelho. I have a complete dedicated review on The Zahir by Paulo Coelho. I will link it up there and also down below so that you guys can check it out and watch it to know more about this book. So The Zahir is basically a story of a renowned author who finds that his wife is missing. His wife disappeared without leaving him any trace or without telling where she went or why she went. Her name is Esther, and she is the love of his life. She is the person who made him what he is now. But unfortunately, she disappeared, and he is trying to find his wife. I'm telling the person does not have a name here, so that's why I'm not telling his name. So during the journey to find his wife, he finds new meaning for his life. He finds the true purpose in his life. He finds the knowledge of the nature of love, the power of destiny, and what it really means to follow your heart. Paulo Coelho books are really amazing because of Paulo Coelho's writing style. Honestly telling, I was really in a state of meditation while reading this book. It was really amazing and calm and pleasant and everything, though the plot has some twists and turns and serious matters going on, but still the writing style and the beautiful factors that he is talking in his book is really amazing. This was really a great read. It made me think about myself for the longest time, and now I'm thinking about myself. But this book has a soul of itself. Alchemist also had a soul of itself, and this book also has a soul, and it was really great read. 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book a lot. So the next book that I completed reading is an ebook with less than 100 pages. It's not a big deal, but still it's a book. So it's Speed Reading in 1 Hour by Justin Hammond. The basic reason why I thought of reading this book is because I wish to develop a skill of speed reading, but after reading this book I found out that I have this skill of speed reading in me because I've developed it somewhere in my life. This book is all about developing the skill of speed reading. Speed reading is basically what makes us read more and read fast. It's a skill that we all can develop. Basic humans have average reading speed of 210 words, 250 words, 210 to 250 words per minute. So he's telling that, Justin Hammond, the author, is telling that we can all develop speed reading habit within 1 hour, and he mainly focus on the book talks about subvocalization, which is the factor that makes our reading speed to slow down. That is, while we are reading a book, we get a voice inside our mind, and that is the subvocalization. He gives us a technique to focus on the meaning of a word than the pronunciation or the sound of a word. That is, the pronunciation and sound of a word is the subvocalization. And if we focus on the meaning of the word, if we tell tree, if we read a word tree, we can directly jump into the meaning tree than actually speaking that word tree, tree, T-R-E-E, in our mind. So this is a really amazing technique, and after reading I just calculated my reading speed, and it is 400 plus 450 plus reading words per minute, and I am so happy that I already have it. There is no need to develop a skill. So the third book that I completed is the Ikigai by Hector Garcia and Francis Miralles. And Ikigai was something different than I ever thought, because all of the non-fiction books, not all of them, but most basically non-fiction books focus on something things that we don't usually have. I mean, the skill or the new mindset or the new new techniques that we don't really understand, or we must learn to use it in our life. But Ikigai, let me tell you about Ikigai first of all. The authors Hector Garcia and Francis Miralles stayed in Okinawa in Japan, where the people lives the longest, and learned techniques, tricks and tips from those people to have a wonderful, happy and longest life, and they have shared in this book. So this book tells about little I mean simple, I mean easy and simple, and techniques that we already know, but we haven't took it seriously. We have to take those simple tips, like for example, I will tell you, exercise. We need to exercise, like mental health, physical health also is really important. So as we may take exercise physically, we should also take exercise for mentally, and as we take exercise and mentally, we should take exercise physically. So this is the thing we all know, but we still must know the importance of that. I started exercising. Yeah. Do not eat until you are full. That is also a lesson from this book. That we know that, really, we know that we must not eat until we are full. Our stomach is full, so we must eat a little. That is, we must only eat 80% of our capacity. These are things we know, but we need to take it seriously. So that's it about Ikigai. I am giving 4 stars to Ikigai, and I've left one space for 1 star because I had to look whether it's practical in my life, and I will fill up the 1 star, fill up the blank. So the next book that I completed reading is The Half Girlfriend by Chetan Bhagat. Seriously, if I had an option to take this book and put it in a trash can, or a dustbin, or a garbage bin, I would have. But seriously, it wasn't the book that I owned, so I had to give it back. So I couldn't, throw it in the trash bin. So this book was such a trash, because there is no story, there is nothing, there is no value, there is nothing. Just it's simply, and it's not at all, it's an entertainment. It's so boring. This is a story of Madhav Jha, a guy named Madhav Jha and a girl named Riya Somani. They both met at the university in Delhi, and the thing is, Madhav Jha, both are basketball players. Key point here, Madhav Jha is having an affair towards Riya Somani, and he wants to make her his he wants to make her his girlfriend. But Riya Somani is not thinking about that. Riya Somani needs, she needs Madhav Jha only as a friend, as a best friend that she can rely on. Anything else like that, but she is not interested to an affair, but he is interested only to getting an affair with Riya Somani. So why? I mean, why? Does he don't have any other girls in Delhi? No idea what this is all about, because the character development was such a crap. And Riya Somani finally finally accepts to be his half girlfriend. The rest is totally trash. There is no character development, and this guy named Madhav Jha, a Bihari, he's a Bihari, and this guy named Madhav Jha does not have common sense. That's it. And the character development is so there is no so low. There is no character development. That's it. There is no character in those characters. So I think you understood about Half Girlfriend. So 1 star, because that is a book and author took some time to write that book. So 1 star. The next book that I completed reading is The Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. The Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. This was a birthday gift from my mother, and I love this book. There are so many lessons we can understand from Barack Obama, the former president of America, and his life and his father's life both gives us so many lessons and so many values that we must follow. And more than those values, I was turned by the writing style of Barack Obama, because he tells his story, he wrote his autobiography like a complete fiction. I mean, his writing style is such amazing, and his storytelling capacity is really great. This wasn't like any other autobiographies that I've read so far. This was really great. He talks about his life with his mother, grandparents, his life as a black man in America, and how he got a spirit and confidence to be a leader. So that was really a valuable read for me. 5 stars, and I love this man. Okay, so the next book that I read, the next book that I completed is The Turtles All the Way Down. Yeah, it's here. The Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This was my second John Green book. The first one was Fault in Our Stars, and I have a complete dedicated review on The Fault in Our Stars. I will link it up there and also down below for you guys to watch. So check it out. So this was my second John Green book, Turtles All the Way Down. This is basically the story of a 17-year-old girl named Asa Holmes, who have a problem of anxiety. If you're gonna read a John Green book, be sure that the protagonist has some kind of disease and someone kind of dies or goes away in their book. So that's natural in John Green books. So Turtles All the Way Down is basically the story of Asa Holmes, who is a 17-year-old girl who has a problem of anxiety. So anxiety problem is something, if you don't have anxiety problem, I will tell you what it is. It's something that from one thought you will go from one thought to another relatively, and mostly you will be so worried and you will be so anxious and you will be so tense and you will be like, oh my god, that's it. And Asa has a lot of problem with her anxiety, and during her 17th year in this world, she met this guy named Davis Pickett, who is a childhood friend, and they both kind of fall in love, but Asa cannot really fall in love with this guy, cannot be in love with this guy because of her anxiety problem, because she is thinking about microbes and microorganisms being in her body and destroying her body and everything else. Basically, Asa tried her best to be a good daughter for her mother, to be a good friend for her best friend, to be a good girlfriend, but still her anxiety is making problem there. Her best friend Daisy is behind a case of Davis' father who went missing. Davis' father is a millionaire and he went missing without leaving any trace. So they are investigating. I mean, Daisy is much keen to investigate Davis' father's case, and that's the time when Asa and Davis be in love, but they cannot really. She cannot be in love and all those stuff. So this was really amazing, and the plot was really nice, and more than the plot, the writing style of John Green is really amazing. His humor, the essence of humor in his writing, and the cuteness of his writing is always amazing. So this was 5 out of 5 read. The next book that I completed reading is The 3 Mistakes of My Life by Chetan Bhagat. This month I read 3 Chetan Bhagat books. So 3 Mistakes of My Life, apart from all other books of Chetan Bhagat that I've read so far, I love Three Mistakes of My Life. I think the reason is because there is no usual crap that comes in Chetan Bhagat books in more than half of this book. So there is a kind of crap somewhere, a scene that we cannot read really, but it's not coming until you complete more than half of this book. So I think this is really more likely to be liked, the Three Mistakes of My Life, because this talks about business, cricket and religion. This mainly talks about religion, the differentiation between the humans in Hindu, Muslim and Christian categories of in India, which sounds really bad, because there should not be a categorization between humans. But this book talks about the categorization of those kinds in India. And this book is really a story of Govind Patel, who is a businessman in Ahmedabad. The story starts with Chetan Bhagat himself sitting in Singapore, and he received a mail from this man named Govind Patel from Ahmedabad, and the mail was really a suicide note. Chetan Bhagat came over to India, to Ahmedabad, and found this Govind Patel in hospital after a suicide attempt. And Govind Patel tells the story to Chetan Bhagat, and Chetan Bhagat writes his book. So that's it. Govind Patel likes business, he likes mathematics, and his friend Ishan loves cricket, and his friend another friend Omi, he loves both of these guys. That's it. So friendship is the main thing that I love from this book, and the religious aspects that is in this book, that's basically true, but that should not be. I think this gives an awareness of those kinds of religious practices. Loved this. 5 out of 5 stars maybe. If Chetan Bhagat reduced that kind of that scene, if you have read any one of Chetan Bhagat books, you will be knowing what crap I'm talking about. Okay, so if he removed the crap part from this book, this book will be 5 out of 5, but still I'm giving it 5 out of 5 because I loved it. And the last book of this month is One Arranged Murder of Chetan Bhagat himself. What is that? So the last book that I read is One Arranged Murder of Chetan Bhagat. This is the second part of The Girl in the Room 105. The heroes are Keshav and Saurabh, and in Girl in the Room 105, Keshav's girlfriend is murdered, and here Saurabh's girlfriend is murdered, and Keshav is telling the story. Saurabh's arranged marriage is gonna happen, but unfortunately the girl was murdered, and Keshav and Saurabh is behind that murder mystery and trying to solve those murder problems. So the story, you don't believe it. No spoilers, but still you don't believe it. At last, the climax, something else could have been happened, but the story, the climax that the story ends with is really unbelievable and really not at all convincing and not at all really nice. So I was so happy to connect again with Keshav and Saurabh, because I love them both. But except from those characters, the story was kind of current. You see that the story was really kind of crap. So I guess I'm not gonna pause now and wait till the current comes to take the balance of this video. Now I'm going to stop my video because yeah. So I think these are the 8 books that I've read in this month, and except Chetan Bhagat book Half Girlfriend and One Arranged Murder, I loved the other books that I've read in this month. So I think guys, we can meet in the next video. So this is Pooja Ravindran signing off. Bye bye, see you, and I wish you all a wonderful month, November coming up. Bye.